earlier you saw me get frustrated with the El Camino's little body nuts that hold the fenders on, and I ended up drilling through them with a hole saw and putting some of these shouldered 3/8 nuts in there and welding them in. Well, on the other side, it didn't work out the same way. Um, I got stuff stuck inside it, and then all it wanted to do was spin in the body. So I had to cut this out of the body, and now I'm going to make a new one, and I'm going to kind of show you how to drill and tap holes. I am not saying that I am the definitive person to come to do this. This is how I do it. I will suggest a few things. Tap oil when you're drilling. This one's made by Mac. Several others. This one's made by Rapid Tap or Relton. I can't tell you that one works better than the other because I've never actually sat down and tested which one worked best. All I know is that both of them, either one, will keep your drill bit living a little bit longer. I've never had luck with sharpening those. I know people who have, but not me. So, without further ado, oh, and you're probably going to say, why are you doing it in the vise when there's a perfectly good drill press sitting right there? The drill press is facing that way. There is a not very easy to move motorcycle sitting inside of it. Moving that is a pain. I would suggest using a drill press, but again, this is how we're doing it. Why are you using a claw hammer? Because it's the hammer that I had next to me. If you do not hit the mark the first time when doing that, probably not going to hit the mark because all it's going to do is just jump back where you got it the first time, and you may as well just maybe flip the part around and start over. Absolutely serious. So I made kind of a little grid off of the old part so I could get that centered, and we'll be cutting this off and cutting that off, and this will be the actual part that we use. We're going to use the Mac first. I always like to drill a pilot. So this is 1/8 inch, and of course I'm perfectly straight and true. There's no way that I could vary this at all. The best drill bit you can buy, despite the price, is the best drill bit for the job. Cheap drill bits fail. Pretty close. Close enough. What is it? What is it they say? Good enough for government work? So, next I'm going to move up to a 1/4 inch. I'm pretty sure I gave you the right info and said that that was an 1/8. This is a 1/4. These are titanium. I either use titanium or cobalt. My experience with cheap drill bits, high-speed steel bits, if you will, is you have to run them faster to get them to cut. Therefore, no matter how much tap oil you put on it, you're probably just going to have one use out of that drill bit. Oh, this one will use the Rapid Tap. You know, if any of you guys are out there that own companies like that, if I see that your stuff works, I would love to promote you on my show. Never happens. Always happens. Okay. So that is quarter inch. We are going to tap a 3/8 16 hole. So this is a letter designation drill bit. That's what you're supposed to use to tap 3/8. It's an O. Probably won't be able to see that, but I'm going to put it up there just so I know I did it. This one is very crucial that you get straight, because it's the one that's going to hold threads. Okay, that worked really good. There's also a bigger drill bit. We're going to try the rapid tap again. And we'll go back to this Mac tapping fluid to do the actual tapping. There you have it. I'm going to go find the right tap, because I didn't get that when I was getting all this other stuff, and I'll show you how to tap that. Alright, so as per the usual, I don't have the right tool to do the job correctly. It does not mean that I don't have the right tool to do the job. Now, this is what you should use. This is a mess. This one is too small for the tap that we're using, and I can't find the one that's right for it. So, that is useless. I have an interesting array of interesting tools that I don't really know the proper use for to do this with, and the wrench probably much too big for the job, but it all goes together. We're not going to start it out with that though. We're going to start it out by hand with an end wrench using this weird tool. Apparently everything, we live in a metric world. Say, how do I quit losing 10mm sockets? Quit working on Hondas. Not that I have anything against Hondas. I'd rather have a muscle car. So you want to kind of try to get this in straight. It's kind of important. This is a slow, tedious process. I know. Let's use the impact. Brrr. And break a tap. That'd be awesome. Not 100% that that's straight, but it is. High quality stuff here. Everything works perfectly. We live in a perfect world. Looks like it's tapping. One little tip is when it starts to be hard to turn, just turn it back like a quarter of a turn, and it'll kind of get the metal out of the way, and you can keep going. So now that we got that going, I'm going to use the Icon, like a conglomeration of other tools that I don't necessarily suggest buying. But I do suggest buying the Icons. It's good stuff. It's a lot cheaper than the mainstream main big names. I have those tools too. I just don't have the ratchets. I've had a lot of ratchets die. And I'm hoping, because I haven't had these very long, I'm hoping that these live up to their reputation. If you go on the internet, you find a lot of stuff about them. Almost all the way through. I know the tap says use a 3/16 drill bit, and I looked it up, and it came up with that letter designation O. And I mean, everything I found on it says basically is a 3/16. I don't know why they do the letter designation. It's what I bought. It was there. So we are all the way through. Go ahead and run a little further. The reason I did this before cutting the part into the shape that I want is because it gives me more places to grab onto it and gives me the ability to actually get it done. So there it is. You can see the new threads. New threads, we'll clean that up. I'll cut it to the shape that I want and weld it into the body, and there's our new nut for the fender mount. In my scurry, I neglected to mention something that's very important to me. Anytime you're doing this kind of work, and I know I did it without, it's not a good thing, safety glasses. The second you think that a chip is not going to fly into your eye, that's the one time that it's going to. I've almost lost my eye. These are very important. They're way cheaper than the ER. You know, if you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe, share. It'd be great. Okay, I have got to get a pesticide guy. I know a guy. It's just a matter of the consistency of being here to let him in and paying for it. I hate spiders. And look what I just ran into when I tried to unplug my drill from this light. I don't know what kind of spiders they are. I automatically assume that they're scary and they bite and kill you. So I'm going to get rid of them. I will spare you their death, and I'll get back to you in a minute.